Okay.
We are recording.
All right, so we got to do a frame. Or
We're
a
doing.
freeze,
Oh, we're
or
doing
whatever.
a freeze frame.
Yep.
Got you guys at that one.
Okay.
Okay.
This is for Terrifier 3 people.
Do we all do
So do we want to do?
No. Did
What-
you?
What?
You just kept moving.
I just kept moving.
Oh, because you thought that's what we're supposed to do now?
I thought that's what we're supposed to do.
All right. Ready? Is everybody ready?
I think
You're
what we
still
should
thinking of
do
something.
for Terrifier 3 is
Yeah.
one of us should do a straight face, one should
Yeah.
do that, and then the other person can just whatever.
I'll do the.
Okay.
I'll
there
do
you
it.
Ready? Okay, that's good.
go. Whatever.
All right.
It was worth a try.
That was it. Well,
All
we'll
right.
see how it turns out in post.
Still waiting for a little clappy clap.
He's trying, but you keep talking.
I don't know why.
We good?
I think so.
We good? You get out of your system?
I've got the
Maybe.
jitters out.
Hey. Hello. I don't know where that came from.
Sultry. Sultry.
Welcome, everybody,
Sultry.
to another episode of Midnight Movie Distillery. I'm one of your hosts, Logan Lynch.
I'm another one of your hosts, Warwick Price.
I'm another one of your hosts, Lon Black.
And-
And
Happy
Merry
Christmas!
Happy
Christmas.
Fucking
Jesus
Merry
Christ.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Jesus Christ.
Merry New Year!
Yeah.
Jesus Christmas.
We lost.
Merry
Yeah.
Christmas.
Merry
Jesus, by
Christmas.
the way. Jesus.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, 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 ho.
Yeah.
Ho,
So,
ho,
not
ho.
that we think from even vaguely that you're actually watching it on Christmas Day,
Yes.
but this
You
episode
idiot.
will be released
You would be hardcore
on
if
Christmas
you did
Day.
that.
Yeah.
I would love that.
And a great,
Hopefully Kai will, though.
and great, what?
Kyle. Kyle will.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee
We should
Kyle.
have an episode about whether Die Hard is a Christmas
Of course
movie or
it's
not.
good.
Should we have
episode.
Kyle on the on one of these episodes?
I would love Kyle to be
We
on
should
the
get
episode.
in.
You know what we
Kyle
should do?
on
We
these
should do like the
episodes
Matt
and harass the
Damon
shit out
and
of
Jimmy
everybody.
Kimmel thing, where it's like we have Kyle on, and then when he goes to talk, we cut him off. And
Oh.
then, like,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
episode.
Would you-
I
just-
shouldn't say that now because if he does
Nah,
see
'cause
this,
he might
Ju-
watch
just,
this.
ble- just
Yeah.
bleep the
yeah,
everything
just
he says.
every time he
okay.
talks, just
Okay. That's that. that
And
was
secretly, that's
sensational.
Morse code for like,
yeah, like
fuck off, Kyle.
yeah.
That's a great idea. we'll have a South Park version of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screw you, Kyle.
Anyway,
What's the movie we're doing today?
today we are reviewing
Terrifier.
Terrifier 3.
Oh.
Not just Terrifier.
T3.
Not Terrifier 2. Terrifier 3.
Art
Trace.
the Clown's triumphant Christmas movie
Yes.
is what it is.
Well, yes.
It's
Is
a
it,
Christmas
though?
movie. Well, that's what we're going to talk about. But
Dun, dun, dun.
but first, from the last episode, we didn't have enough time to finish drinking
That
bourbon.
is very true.
So what are we going to drink while we talk about this movie? Oh,
I will give it to you. We are drinking Heaven's Door Refuge, the straight rye. Refuge straight rye whiskey finished in sherry casks.
oh, I didn't know there was a sherry cask finish on this.
Oh, sherry.
Oh.
And this is so appropriate because this is the one where he's giving you the middle finger.
Yes.
So perfect for Christmas Day.
It's actually, I think, a pitchfork, but you know.
Close enough.
That's coming out of his finger.
Not a finger.
Not a finger?
Not a finger.
Not a finger.
Not a finger.
Damn Bumpus dogs.
Oh, it already went up.
Feel my pain.
There it is. Let's hear it. I'm thinking this is a good one.
I'm thinking it's exactly the same as the other
Yeah.
one. Seeing it's made in the same
Okay.
glass with the same cork.
So,
Same
simply
Cork.
that they had a rye, but then they finished it in sherry. They're going to sweeten it up a little bit.
So this
that-
is gonna
move your
sweeten
finger.
it?
Let me see what I
Oh,
got
sorry.
compared to this. Yeah,
Fingers
that's good.
moved.
No, you're good.
I think we should be good.
That's what she said.
Put that on your side.
I'm
we-
putting
we're
it on
running
my
out of
side.
space.
Okay.
So this is literally so rye. So we're coming off of having a super sweet to a moderately sweet to a not sweet
No.
To a
sherry finish.
okay.
Which is an interesting take, right? Because
It
again,
is.
to your point, it's like the rye is typically a little bit like hotter.
Absolutely, a little more peppery.
I will say though, these all three, well, I should say even all four, have smelled spectacular.
Heaven's Door is, like I said, it's
And
one
even
of-
Von Payne,
I'm a big fan.
So I know you laughed at me last week,
Yep. We'll laugh at you again this week if you'd like.
Nice way to do that.
but so it's funny. So when I smelled this, I'm like, wow, this smells very alcohol-y. and
Technical term.
and this smelled even more alcohol-y.
Because it's
This
higher
smells
alcohol-y.
even more alcohol-y.
What's the proof on that one, Logan?
This one is 92.
Wow.
So it is less. It's the
So,
same as the first Heaven's
It's
Door.
basically the same as, but really we're talking
Maybe
8
it's the rye.
difference.
So we got what? Revival, Revelation. So it's the same as
You're
Revival.
smelling the pepperiness.
I
You're
think so.
smelling the rye.
Yeah, you can definitely smell.
But it's not pungent. It's not like burn your nostrils
no.
smell.
No,
right?
no, no.
It's just you've got
it
the
is like a
alcohol.
cognac
Yeah.
type like burn.
Yeah.
So, typically, I'm a fan of Ryan. Rye.
I knew about your sex life there.
And Warwick is not.
No, I'm not a rye fan. I
But
was
I am-
not looking forward to this.
What's your normal take on a rye, Logan?
It can vary. It's got to be a decent rye. I don't.
It can vary.
It can vary.
Way to take a stand.
Yeah. Well, because I don't drink ryes very often.
Okay,
I would.
well, there you go. That's
and to be honest, before I even did this, I probably would never have touched a rye.
Why?
I don't know.
All right, good talk.
Rye.
Why no rye?
Just rye. Ask why.
All right.
Versus a high rye.
So, but I think it's more. I just.
See, I was gonna go there, but I was waiting for you to tell me I'm fucking racist. I mean, I didn't say hello.
Oh. Oh Jesus. Gotta throw my hat
Sorry.
back. I whip my hair back.
That the one Asian person that was following us just
Gone. Way to go.
unsubscribed.
Is
But
that
we
the-
still
is
got
that the
that
guy from India?
Well,
Technically, that's
well,
Asian.
He's still trying to get us to promote with him.
Is he?
What?
Yes.
He's
Is he really?
I don't
Hey,
know.
as long as he keeps watching.
I think he gave up.
Thank you, dude.
You mean thank you, good Lord.
Oh man.
We are going to be the
And
typical
canceled
racist
before we can get
Americans.
off the ground. Thank you.
I'm going to have to cut
Okay,
this whole
so-
section out.
So the one thing you should know is Logan has a little Indian in him. He's right down there.
Oh man. I think all this stuff is getting to your head. Wow. Is that dot, not feather?
Oh, definitely not.
Okay.
So like, no, you can't get a council house. That's what my English friends.
That's the most I've seen him.
We're going to lose
He'll have to
all
listen to-
7 of our watchers,
Yep.
7 of our followers.
No, you know what? Oh, we do have to brag though. Did we not crack the century mark?
We are at 100 subscribers on YouTube.
We didn't. I guess
Thank
that's
you.
breaking the 100.
At this rate,
As
by
you
the
can
time
see-
we're 70,
I can
we'll
see like 90,
have enough
99, 98, 97, 96.
Yeah.
The only good news is it's actually a lot harder to unsubscribe than it is to
Yes.
subscribe.
Okay. Good.
It's-
We
it's-
got you.
It's kind of like Comcast.
Okay, so
Okay.
I think I'm 3 sips in.
Oh, I think I'm 3/6.
Don't. Refrain.
Refrain in the membrane.
Refrain to the brain.
Oh my gosh. So for you youngins, that was a band back in the 90s.
Yep.
Cold.
The late 1900s. Call.
Do you know who that was?
Hold on. Oh, my brain just.
You
my
made that
my
sta-
brain just went insane.
You made that statement, but you didn't even.
Cypress Hill.
Got
Thank
no
you.
brain.
Jesus.
Very
Sorry.
good. All right, you
That took
saved
me a
it. You saved
second.
it.
Several.
You saved it.
All right. So let's see. Hold on.
Do you remember what you gave the other 2?
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding.
I think I'm going to go this route. Bring me a dream. Okay. All right. I'm ready.
Bicadorba.
This is why I don't wear these hats. They make me itch for some reason.
Yes. Well, we can take it off after this because then we can live past the fallacy that this is actually on Christmas Day.
Why did
give
you
away our
have to use a
secrets.
phallic? in
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
All right. 1.
2.
3.
Okay.
Did I do it right?
Logan, what did you get?
Fuck me.
Of course he didn't do it right.
Jesus. I will get this one of these days.
Did you get like
3.4.
3 point? Okay. I did 2.3.
I did 2.5.
Shit.
Okay.
I liked it less than the other 2.
Really?
but
Okay.
It's nice. The sherry helped it out a little bit, but
So it is really funny to that point. It's like as you so eloquently said, I'm not a big rye fan.
You're not a rye guy.
This is not that
careful.
bad. This is not that bad. And I
Yeah,
think,
it's actually good, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think to your point, I think maybe it is the sherry finish that kind of lifts it up a little bit, and so I don't taste quite of that like sharpness of a rye.
Yeah.
And I
do
get
Sherry's-
peppery.
I do
Sherry's
get
a
the
big
pepper.
British thing, isn't it?
Oh,
Like, doesn't
yes.
everybody just have a little sip of sherry?
And you have to drink in the proper sherry glass.
Of course, the little tall, skinny
The little
thing,
thing
with
that
the,
goes
yeah,
on.
with the fluted.
She's a good woman.
Man. But I just remember that because, like, here it's like nobody really drinks sherry on its own so much, but in Britain it's like a big thing.
Okay, so that does lend the question. So, you two guys, you're men of the world.
Oh boy.
Men
I
of
mean,
the world.
you know,
Cock of the
your-
walk,
your
baby.
wife, she goes a little right. She
Nudge,
goes
nudge,
nudge,
wink,
nudge,
wink,
nudge,
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 wink,
nudge,
wink, nudge, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Say no
Not
more.
as good as a wink to a blind bat. No, sorry.
Wink to a blind bat.
So,
Blind man.
Oh, I thought you said bat.
I
close
think it
enough.
is blind
You
bat,
said
isn't it?
bad? I thought it was blind man. Anyway,
Jingle
anyway.
bells, Batman smells.
Anyway,
what do you think it is?
so-
Comment in the comments with
also remember there's
Stuff
different,
in
there's
the
live versions and things,
things.
like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, that's true.
So, truly, is sherry not a big drink? in
No,
the
we
States?
cook with it.
Maybe we should do
There's
an
cooking
episode
sherry.
where we drink sherry.
Oh, I don't know. I don't like sherry.
Because you're not really British.
Damn.
I am.
Oh.
I just
He's
put
an
on-
Americanized British. He just keeps the
But I
accent.
guess my point is, it's like, so if you are a bourbon producer,
Yeah.
where are you fucking getting?
Oh, well, there's still
sh-
sherry manufacturers.
But why would you know that that's?
A thing
So-
people want. You
right.
don't. So here's the thing. People finish things off in a lot of different things. Remember we had Burning Chair. And Burning Chair
And we did have
finished
that,
it
that
off.
shit barrel. that just did
Which
not
was a
taste
shit
good.
barrel? Which was that?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, Jesus. Like, it's like I've had a lot of shit barrels, as
Yeah,
it were.
it's just
But,
it was a brown color that it had to it, a deep
but
brown.
they finish it off in, what was theirs? I think they had not, it wasn't sherry. It was a Cabernet or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I mean, they finished off in
Right,
different
and,
wines.
and we had
different
one
one.
that didn't we do?
Which is Burning Chair the one that's gone now?
I've still got Burning Chair. Oh,
No, I mean like they don't make it
anymore?
anymore.
I don't
No,
know.
that was the saw one.
Oh, the
that
red
was the
saw.
red saw.
That was
Yeah,
red
yeah,
saw.
sorry,
Red
yeah.
saw's gone.
Yeah.
No, what I was gonna say is like, what was the one that we had that was made that was like in tea?
Oh, that was the.
That was
Few.
Burning
That was
Pumpkin.
Few.
Smashing
Pumpkins.
I think we have it over there,
by
yeah.
Few.
Yeah.
That was made in tea.
That-
That was a mistake.
Yeah, that, honestly, that was a
That was a
that was a
bad-
gamble.
That was a
but
bad judgment call.
not gonna lie, that
It
was
was a bet that-
it was worth a try. But
But sherry is like a sweeter thing. They do make cooking sherry, a lot of cooking sherry. You can buy sherry in a bottle to drink with your friends, but nobody really drinks sherry on their own.
And I guess to your point you just made, I mean, I think it's one of these things where, like, maybe it's hey, we know we have a rye. We know that ryes are typically a little bit hotter, a little bit like spicier.
Right. So you throw in some
So
sweetness.
put some sweetness in there.
Yeah.
And what do we have lots of? Well, no one uses fucking sherry
That
sherry
could
barrels.
be. That could be. Well, give me
so
the
we-
bottle for a second.
Sure.
Is it aged in sherry barrels or is it just
sherry casks.
flavored with sherry?
No, it said sherry casks. It's
maybe-
on the front.
Maybe it's just put next to
Sherry casks.
barrels.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, they just put it next to
Next to
hope
sherry
that it
cask. Hopefully there's some,
gets a little
like,
waft of
contamination that
it.
comes
Cross
in there.
contamination.
Yeah.
No, I did rate it the highest of the three, and honestly, I would honestly buy a bottle of this.
Out of all three of these, that's the one you buy.
I would probably buy that one.
I think I would definitely buy this.
I would absolutely buy
I would
that
still,
again.
if I could afford it, I would buy probably. I would probably go with all three.
Oh, well,
But
I'd
I'm going to
be
go
with
for
you on
another
that.
pour on this one. That's how I feel
just
about
to
this one.
prove your point.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's
You know what I'm saying?
Just,
No, but
just like how much you
honestly though,
really
this
like.
I feel like this one was going to be. I thought I was not going to like this one. I thought it was going to be one of those ones where I drink it. I go, okay, let's move on. But no, it's actually. I think
So-
it brings it down just the right amount. With the
I've got a
sherry
theory
casks.
about you.
Okay.
I have a theory.
I think you like the ones that are not bourbons.
Okay.
You like the ones that are adjacent.
Okay.
Bourbon adjacent, right? You like the weirder ones.
Sure.
You like the ones that are a little hotter
More complex.
or a little bit more.
Right, the barbecue one.
Try to sound
like,
The
fancy.
barbecue
Yes.
one because it's sugar. You like the rye because it's got the sherry and a little bit of heat. You like the kick when
I do.
really the rest of the world wants a little less kick.
Yeah, a little smoother.
You want a little more quick kick.
But that kick is what I feel like reminds you what you're doing.
Oh,
right?
you have valid reasons to like what you
Okay.
like. I'm just saying you're
They're wrong, but
Love you too, guys. Love you too. This is why we're here.
What I'm saying is you don't like basic bourbon. You like
probably don't. Yeah.
Everything that's bourbon
well,
adjacent
and I blame
more
you
than
guys because
bourbon.
think about it. I drank one of the basic bourbons, right? I mean, I feel like
this is a great straightforward bourbon.
yes, yeah, it's good. All three are good. But if I had to, because I don't think I own a single rye in my repertoire at home.
Really?
Not a single
But
one.
you've had rye.
I have.
You
I
drink
have.
rye.
But that's the thing is that nothing's really grabbed my attention like this one has.
So
Interesting.
because the one thing I think is interesting about this that I now have in my brain is if I want if I see a rye that has some, I'll say additive, but like something that's added to it that gives it, additive is probably not the right
Additives
word.
are real, because they're not adding something, they're finishing it in something,
Right,
maybe.
some finish that is on the sweet side.
Yeah,
Maybe I
okay,
will
okay.
try it, where typically I would not try it unless it was being given away.
Right,
for free.
unless you came to my house.
See, like that. So I just took another sip, and it's a burn, but it's not so like some of the ryes we've had were just. Bam,
But
in
again,
your face.
I agree with what often Lon will say. It's like it isn't so much a burn; it just has a peppery.
Yeah.
Correct.
taste
It's a
to
different
it.
kind of
Yeah.
burn.
Correct. Yeah.
It's not a proof burn.
It's not the alcohol burn.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not a
'Cause
proof
this is the
burn.
92,
it's a
right?
grain
Right.
burn.
But I think the thing that is actually kind of unique about this, well, certainly in terms of the ryes I've tried before, is the sherry has like really tempered that down.
Absolutely.
It still has a little bit of that pepperiness that I don't particularly like.
Give me just a touch splash more, because I'm
See, there it goes.
just a touch, because I'm just.
All right, you tell me touch.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
You
that's
touched them
fine.
just
That's
enough.
fine.
And so, but like again,
Do I have your consent to touch you?
we have it on camera. So.
Yeah, I gave you permission.
But so like I think this is one that I would definitely try again.
You can try it again right now.
I was gonna say, let's do it. You want to do it?
Yeah, I'll
So here's the thing with this, and ryes in general, though, is
Yep.
have you had ryes that you don't like or something, or have you don't remember the ryes?
I don't see. That's the thing is, I don't. I've had ryes that they're forgettable, right? Like this one, I feel like is one where I was not expecting much and was kind of shocked enough by it that I'm like, okay,
Brother, I
know-
have to bring you to my house again sometime.
Yeah, let's do some more ryes.
Because seriously, there's so many ryes out there that have way more complexity than this one does.
It's not the complexity that I like about it. I think it's the simplicity of it. I think it's the fact that it's got a good scent to it, and then as I'm drinking it, it hits the palate, and then I get the burn, but it's not like a insta burn. It's more of like a gradual burn.
I like that.
And then it's on the way down. It has the little bit of burn, but it's not the burn where it makes you want to cough like what you had. And I think I just smacked the mic. Sorry. But that's why I think it's kind of drawing me towards it is that it's
So, yeah.
the smell is just phenomenal.
I get
Like,
that, and that's clearly the sherry that's bringing you into
Sure.
that.
Yeah.
Right? Because
It's
rye
softening
is
it,
rye.
right?
And I shouldn't say rye is rye. Everybody's rye whiskey is a little different than somebody else's rye whiskey. But the sherry is what does. And there's other rye whiskeys that finish in sherry casks. But
I don't think we've tried any though.
no, I don't think we've had.
Okay.
I haven't brought those kind of whiskeys. You come to my house,
so
I'll
then,
give you a
so
few.
then that's my next question: is if I tried something that was other than sherry casks
Yeah.
that were finished, would
They-
that maybe?
So
well,
they-
it probably depends on what it's finished in.
They
right?
do finish it off on a few things, but the thing is, a sherry wine is a very sweet wine, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they finish in sherry, because they're trying to get the most bang for their buck,
Sure.
right? As opposed to doing it in a Chardonnay, which is more dry. They're not going to get the same sort of
So in a
sweetness
dry, like that would probably punch you with that pepper, is what I'm thinking.
I would
right?
imagine that's possible.
It's funny actually. The Chardonnay would actually be an interesting one, right? Because it's like yes, you're kind of increasing. I think you're increasing like the
burn is
sweetness.
still there.
But Chardonnay, it's typically a sweet, then it just drops off very, very quickly.
Any of the wines, especially white wines, will give you that sweetness, right?
Right.
But sherry's pretty fucking sweet.
Yes.
So they went straight to sherry. And honestly, I've had several sherry finish ryes that do that for that exact reason. But it's how long you age it, right? So it's how long you age the rye, and then how long you finish it in a sherry cask, how much sweetness you want to go for, right? It's all a balance. It's all a trick to how much you want it to be.
Yes.
And while we're on the subject of balance, we should probably talk about a movie.
Oh, Jesus Christ. How long have we gone?
Like we're 19 minutes in.
Jesus Christ.
But it was a good talk. I think
was a
people,
good-
I think people like that.
But people came here to see us talk about Terrifier 3.
Yeah.
They did, but we got
No,
them.
I think there is a
Tricked
portion
you.
of people that came
Next
here to talk-
episode. Just kidding.
There's a portion of people that came here to
To watch us rant.
Yeah.
no, I think
See,
Terminator.
look at this.
Oh, Terminator.
Yeah.
Should I put that in the title? Just say T3?
T3,
Yeah.
not Terminator.
Your Santa outfit, give it to me now. Anyway.
Take me to the chopper.
Oh, Jesus.
That's Predator.
Take me to the chopper.
Yeah.
But that's pretty good, though, right?
No,
Chopper.
no.
You didn't.
Terrifier.
That's about
Oh, I get it. I see
Oh.
what you were going for.
It
Right.
took some time.
That was so subtle. That was pretty dry
I think that's
British
the whiskey.
humor right
there was a
That
lot of shoe leather on that.
There was
on
a
that.
lot of
Yeah.
shoe leather on that one. A lot of
Okay.
chew through.
Pip, pip.
So,
Cheerio.
shall we
So-
start with rating?
We should.
Yes.
So we should rate this.
Now, and don't.
Do we want to rate based on?
I knew you were going
in
to
the
go
series?
this way. It's not. Do not.
We're
compare
rating
to the
it
series.
as.
standalone horror movie.
standalone horror movie.
Okay.
Oh my God, that's so fucking hard.
Stand alone.
What's hard?
I don't see
leave myself
anything.
open? Yeah. Because it's it's not going to like reach the table or anything.
Yeah, I was just, all of a sudden the table lifts up. We're like, Jesus, Ward. There you go, Doug.
What are you saying? What are you getting at?
It's the.
What are you getting at? What are you getting at?
Yeah, what's bothering you?
How,
Let's
how
talk
am
about
I,
this.
Where are you
How am
going?
I
Where are you going?
comparing
Where are
this
you going?
unless I'm comparing it to a summer's day?
Just
You're not comparing
look at it
it.
as
You're
like
just
somebody said,
rating it.
here, watch this movie.
You're not comparing it. You're rating it.
Yes.
Don't compare it.
Yeah.
Rate
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Mind you.
You asked for it.
All right. All right, we ready?
No. No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, he's still going.
He's still going. He has like 15 numbers there.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
You ready?
Yeah.
1.
Dos.
3.
You sounded German when you said dos.
I know.
Dos. What do you give it?
Damn. I give it a 4.
I gave it a
2.4. I gave it a 3.2.
All right, so it's fairly even across the board.
No, it
there.
isn't.
It's between
Even.
you two guys, not so much.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, that's what I mean. I
definitely
factored
right in
him
the
out, but
All right.
I
Well,
smacked my mic again.
all right.
Sorry.
You loved it. Let's hear it.
So, and I'm starting off with this, but that's not. I'm not comparing it. But of the series, this was the best one. Now, I say that. I
You
say
are
that
so
because
fucking wrong.
it felt more polished to me. It wasn't 2
polished.
hours and
Yeah,
45 minutes.
You know what? If you rub shit long enough, it'll turn into fucking
Polish
coal.
a turd, baby.
can't polish
a
a turd.
No,
Can't polish
I feel like this was the best of the series, mostly because I feel like obviously they had more money, but I think that the kills were on par. It wasn't so over the top like he was trying to, even though he was trying to top what he did in 2. But honestly, it kept my interest. I thought it was going to be shit, to be honest. I thought this was like, okay, this is going to be probably a money grab. They're going to try and just top the other one. It's going to be pure gore. There was actually more thought behind the actual plot of the film. I felt like the characters were much better actors. Still need a little work on that, but we got 4, 5, and 6 to work on that for.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
But all in all, I was happy. I left the movie thinking, okay, that was worth it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll
Warwick?
go as the lower end. I've said this
You're wrong.
before at
You're wrong.
some
You're wrong.
on some of the episodes. So I'm someone that I don't have a problem with gore in general, but I will say the original Saw and the original Hostel are masterpieces. But
I do agree with you on that.
but the
So far we're good.
But the sequels like really played so much on how excessive can we make the gore
Torture porn.
that I just didn't like them so much. And so when I first saw the original Terrifier, I didn't see All Hallows Eve, before that. But when I first saw the first Terrifier, oh my God, I fell in love with that movie.
Yeah.
And it is just so excessively gory.
Yeah.
And over the top gore, but somehow again, just the comedic value that art gives to that performance.
That's the magic of Terrifier.
Makes the gore somehow less. It just, even as he's cutting a girl in half, it's like it's just somehow. But and Terrifier.
Is it less or just more meaningful?
Right.
The gore, right?
I would agree with that. I think more meaningful.
Yeah.
In other words, it's like somehow, and other.
It was more of a shock in the first one.
Yep.
The second one, you expected it.
Right. But the point is, it's like you could still see that he was enjoying it. But again, there was something around
Roundabout?
about
That's
the
a British
way
thing, isn't it?
he. No, they have them over here.
Yeah, I know.
About the way he smiled, about the way he just like seemed to have so much enjoyment out of like the kills and stuff that just
Without saying anything,
was
too. That's
fucking funny.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
made it funny, which somehow made you not really, and this is a horrible thing to say, but like made you not really be so concerned about how gory everything was.
Sure.
I went into 3. I was the
Totally.
total opposite of you. I went into 3 truly thinking that this was going to be the pinnacle. They had more money. They had more production value. The trailers looked, really, really good. But I just think the story was fucking stupid.
Okay.
And
let him finish.
And it's like some of the kills were good, and production value definitely improved the ability to show more blood and stuff like that. But again, as we've said many, many, many times before, practical effects. Sometimes less money actually gives you more ability to actually
Agreed.
create practical effects
Sure.
Agreed.
Yep, yep,
that are somehow just more gory.
Sorry.
Yep.
Agreed.
I apologize.
He's
me
throwing
think.
up. He's throwing
Calm
up.
down
See, like
into your
even his
mouth.
brain is telling him, "You're wrong. You're gonna throw up if you keep talking about badly about Terrifier 3." Sorry.
But so I just did not. It's not that I didn't like it. I still gave a 2 point whatever the
Yeah,
fuck I gave
it's
it.
still a good movie.
It's still a good movie. I would still absolutely recommend you go see it.
What did you get? 2.5?
I think
2.5. Yeah, I believe you gave it a 2.5.
I don't.
Deuce and a half.
Okay.
I don't.
Or 2.3.
Okay,
whatever
because
it was.
that's average. That means it's middle of the ground.
Yeah.
But I was disappointed.
You were let down.
I was very disappointed compared to how good Terrifier 2 was and how good Terrifier. To me, this was actually comparable to All Hallows Eve, in terms of what
Okay.
Yes, way more production value.
Way more gore.
But somehow you are correct with what you're saying. It's like I don't understand how you have more money and yet other than David Howard.
Thornton.
Howard Thornton. Yes.
Who is just fucking phenomenal. I thought the acting was just fucking terrible.
Oh, really?
I didn't like the acting.
Oh, okay.
Didn't like the story. I'm sorry. I was thoroughly disappointed.
I have a theory
I
on
thought
this, but
everybody
I
acted
want
well
Lon to
except
talk.
the child.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Fuck
my
the children.
first question
Not literally, but
my maybe not a question.
Fucking
My
kill
first
the children.
assertion
Yes.
is
Okay.
you went into it thinking it was going to be shit, so you liked it. You went into it thinking it was going to be epic, and you hated it.
So you're the middle
you don't
ground.
think that your expectations had anything to do with this?
I'm sure it did.
I don't doubt that for a second. You know,
So that doesn't mean that it sucked or it was great. That just means that
right.
you were influenced
The-
by your own assertion of what it was
this
going
is
to
a
be.
classic example of if I'd never seen, like, if this was the movie that I went into, I would probably have given it a higher rating, and then, as we've often said before, you guys have complained to me about, it would have given it a higher rating, and then when I saw 2 or 1, would have gone, okay, well, I can't go above 5.
Right.
So do you
right.
think though? So do you think if you saw them in the opposite order, so you saw 3 and then said, "Hey, I got to go back and watch not All Hallows Eve, but start off with Terrifier, then Terrifier 2"? Do you think you would still be like, "I still like Terrifier 2 over Terrifier 3," or do you feel like because those set your expectations?
I will 100% give you that. I think if I hadn't seen 1 and 2, I probably would have given 3 a better rating, but to me it is very hard to rate this on its own, 100% on its own merits, because part of the reason why we have a Terrifier 3 is because of the success of Terrifier and particularly Terrifier 2.
Okay.
Of course, obviously. Okay, so I'm in the middle between you two.
That's called a
But-
3-way.
Ooh, wow. But I will say that overall, I thought Terrifier 3 was okay. It was not better than Terrifier 2 or Terrifier 1. I think it was out of the 3, it was probably the worst out of the 3.
100%.
Damn.
However, the gore was way above.
Really?
I think so.
Do you
I
think in realism it was real? Like, I don't know why I paused there for a second. Real. No, do you think the realism of the gore?
Well, they had more
was
money,
better?
so they could do
Yeah.
better practical effects.
Sure.
And I love that they stuck with practical effects.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would have been so upset if
I'm
they did
assuming
more
that was
practical.
a pig's torso of some sort.
Well, it doesn't even
in
matter
the
if it was
shower
a pig.
scene.
They
If you
can-
haven't seen it.
They can do way
Oh
more.
yeah, by the way, spoilers.
So every movie, every Terrifier movie has that one scene that makes you puke.
Yeah, the shower
Clearly,
scene
it was the shower scene.
yeah,
And it lasted so long.
Did you hear though that David Howard Thornton
Puked.
or
during that,
had
almost puked.
not during that scene? What was the? Do you know which one actually almost made him?
I heard it was the bedroom scene.
It was the scene where he's cramming the thing in the
Oh,
lady's mouth and
really?
then having a rat go in there.
I
That
gotta say
made him,
that-
he said that was very tough for him.
That was pretty epic.
Yeah.
That was a pretty epic scene.
So okay, so it is funny. It's like if you took just the kill scenes and put them in a row, I would
You'd be masturbating.
I would probably be masturbating.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify that.
They were phenomenal. The shower
Sure.
scene was like amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think, again, kind of like what I was saying with Hostel 2 and particularly the Saw series, those series became all about those points of,
Sure.
of extreme.
Yep.
Right.
And I think this is getting close to that same problem.
Yeah.
Where somehow, again, between Terrifier and Terrifier 2, that was not an issue. Terrifier 2 to me is better than Terrifier, and some of that comes from money.
I agree with that.
But even the story, and again, we're talking about horror movies, so I know story isn't supposed to be everything, but even the
does play a
story,
role, though.
just played into, and I get that this is like an extension of that story.
Was it though? Because we didn't have the little girl from 2 in there.
Doesn't
Right, but-
well, that was a disappointment to me.
Yes.
I wanted.
I
more.
was. Yeah.
I agree that to me that almost would have saved it
Right.
You think so? Okay. Yeah, I was let down. I was like, where's she at?
I
But-
was.
but
too.
you had
it
the
was a
whole-
figment of his imagination, so he got past that.
for me. Right. Yes, you're right. You're right. I guess. But you had the whole.
I have a feeling. she'll be back and
Dad
forth.
is the comic book creator, and like the character that he created for his daughter, and like somehow that character has like the supernatural powers.
But that was
to kill.
retrofit. You didn't know that until 3. That's the
So
problem.
yeah.
Right.
and
Well,
I-
you saw but that was still the storyline of 2.
Well, sure, that's why she was dressed as the battle angel or
Right.
whatever you want to call her. But it was more explained in 3.
And I think
Which
that's
was-
what probably shut you down. I think, to be honest, because I did feel like they explained a little too much in 3. That will be one gripe that I had. And honestly, and this might be part of the reason why you didn't like it. I got more of a kind of a Jesus vibe. Like they were trying to make her out to
Because you're
be
thinking
like
the
she's
crown of thorns and all
yeah,
that.
Right,
she's
he-
being
he's the
crucified,
devil.
and he's the yeah.
And she's the savior.
Yeah, correct.
I don't
So-
disagree with that.
So and which can turn a lot of people off from that. I thought it was interesting that they went that route, but it wasn't blatant. It was just more of like I'm getting a vibe here, but
So here's my thoughts on the whole thing. Because I was in between you guys. But to be honest with you, I'm
Those
leaning
aren't
more
pillows.
toward the Warwick side on this. And here's why. The story of Art the Clown was very simplistic. Some psychotic motherfucker who kills people and
Sure.
chops them up in little bits and enjoys it and has fun like a clown, right? Part 2, they dabbled into okay, he's immortal, by the way. Didn't mention that before, but he's immortal, right? Had his whole eye taken out and whatever and chopped his head off and he still brings it back and all this
Sure.
shit. But I get that. That's great. Like Michael Myers, they leave it in the ether. They're like, he
Yeah.
could be immortal, but he
I'm glad you
killed,
brought
come
that up.
back. But is he immortal? I don't know. He's just keeps coming back. He's got to be. Leaves it open. Here they blatantly come out and tell you, yeah, he's a demon, and
okay,
he's doing demon
so
stuff.
that shuts you off.
So he's immortal. So it's like he can't die. So you're like, okay. That didn't necessarily shut me off, but that took me away from the story of Art the Clown. It took away the ambiguity
Sure.
of what he is and how he's able to do all this stuff. And I'd love to still see an origin story of him.
I don't want to.
Okay,
But go ahead.
not to diverge on that. We can cover that. But what I don't like is that all of a sudden, the woman that he chopped her face off and, was tortured and stuff like
Right.
that, she became immortal. In fact, she became the demon that was almost in charge of Art.
Yeah.
And that was really where I started having issues, because to me, like, what they should have done is really steered away from the Michael Myers type idea of it's like he should be this unique character that materializes in a totally different scene
Sure.
without the same characters, and because he's more of an idea than he is necessarily like someone that is tormenting this family.
Intangible.
Right.
Don't know what he is. Don't know
Right.
why he does
Yeah.
what he does.
Yeah.
You kind of know.
Yep.
You get an idea. He's able to get shot 6 times and still walk away. Like, oh, he's got to be mortal. But wait a minute, he's walking around like a human. He's hiding in the... Absolutely.
Or even just show that he can be injured, but he's not.
Correct.
Right? Like he's not truly
Well,
fully
Art the
immortal.
Clown can be injured. Art the
he
Clown
can-
was injured.
Yeah.
When he got stabbed with a sword, and he's
Sure,
up there.
sure.
By the way, so all right, back to my issues with this.
Mm-hmm.
Because first of all, I will say I love Terrifier 3 because the gore was crazy. However, I hate Terrifier 3.
Oh.
Sorry. I was so fucking confused so many times throughout that movie
Okay.
when all of a sudden he shows up in her house, her sister's house, and there's a corpse on the wall, and he's writing Art the Clown on it, and he's writing, he's gutting it and stuff like that, and there's a skull in the jar, or not a jar, cage, or whatever, and you're like, what how do we get here? Where's the connected piece? Oh, that's supposed to be the husband? And they
Right.
show his head on the tree. He says, oh, look, that's his head on the tree. Like, well, it doesn't really look like him. Is that him? I'm not sure.
Right.
Who the fuck is who? How did we get to this? And then I'm thinking, oh, here comes, it's a dream. It's all a dream. And then, it keeps going. It's like then a hole opens up in the floor, and you're like, what the fuck are we watching? Is this some fucking sci-fi with the a
Jason goes to
portal
hell.
to hell?
Right.
Yep.
I'm like, what
the gate.
happened?
Yeah, the gate.
What happened? And then she's talking like she's a demon. Okay, she's a demon. She sliced her wrist, sat in a tub
Masturbated
for
with
5
a piece of
years.
glass.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Art
you-
the
like you
Clown
do.
can do that. But she wasn't demon
Good
before,
stuff.
and now she's sliced it. Now she's running the show. Now she's only like, okay, you can open the present, you can open. And by the way, what little girl gives her aunt a sword for Christmas? And what villain says, oh, you want to open a present? Sure, here, you can open it.
Yeah.
It's like a Bond villain.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you my plan, and then I'm going to start to kill you in a real slow way and walk away.
Yeah.
I'm going to go off in
Don't
another
do
room.
anything while I'm gone.
Well-
But because it's like, why as the villain would you think? Well, she's saying you should open a gift. What could possibly be the gift?
Right.
It's like
And
maybe
why
it's gonna
would
be
it
a Lego
matter?
set.
I'm killing you all.
A Lego set can't
What
kill
does
me.
it matter? What does it matter? Why do I feel the need to let this person know? Oh, that's a great gift. Here, you open it. I'm tough. You open your gift. Why?
So
Why?
could that be his hubris, though?
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
But
I
that's
mean-
not his hubris. That's hers.
No.
So why
no,
is that?
I get what you're saying.
He's like, I can't be killed.
Right.
No matter what she does,
Like, what could-
I've already got the upper hand.
what could
right?
possibly there? And again, to an extent, maybe it is.
But why bother wasting the time?
No, it's understandable,
Why
but you
bother
have
going
to
through the
you have to
exercise?
have that.
Look,
what is it,
just
tail
torture
chase
them.
smack?
That's not torturing him anymore.
like-
Now, did you guys? I gotta ask though, because I laughed my ass off. But every time he
As
walked
opposed
by
to not
her,
with a chainsaw
every time he
kinda
walked
ass.
by
Yeah.
the main character and slapped her in the
Oh,
head.
that was hilarious.
I fucking
That was
died
hilarious.
laughing
was
because I was
hilarious.
like,
Because art is
that had to
great.
be improv.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
because it was just like, do-do-do-do, bam, you know?
Yep.
That's
Yep.
like,
And
Yeah,
you can
I
see there were some times where she snapped and then reacted to it, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, because she didn't know she was really
yeah,
going to get
yeah.
slapped.
She didn't think he was going to actually.
I thought that was
as I
great.
said, it's like
I thought that was
I think
great.
if this was a standalone movie, I probably would have given it a higher rating, because I probably would have
See,
considered
you
it.
did compare it.
I
You weren't
did,
supposed to compare
It's okay,
it.
But you
but that's you
can't-
can't. Yeah, I was just
you
saying,
know,
if
It's
you've
not
seen the
okay.
other two,
It's not okay, Eric.
it is in
not
this
Logan.
compare it.
We'll let him. Wow, you fucked it up.
You can't not compare it. As I said, it's not a bad movie, and
I
it's
did
like
so well early in that
if
episode.
if you follow our channel, it's like, this is definitely.
You
I think
follow
I
our
think
channel?
we're all saying
See
definitely
it.
watch this
See it, yeah.
this movie.
It's
And you want to support
absolutely-
independent films. right?
Absolutely, it's a classic film. It is the rags to riches story. A guy who had an independent film that a character took off. If you went to license this stuff only because we're in the business of licensing they're cheap because we don't care.
Right.
Take art to the world. Get them out there. They don't
And
care.
look, and
He's one of the
honestly, it's a
cheapest licenses
grassroots
to get.
campaign that has worked.
Absolutely.
They are probably making a shit ton of money, and I
Absolutely.
would love to be David Howard Thornton to be like, I am the next Freddy Krueger, I am the next Michael Myers, I am the next.
Right,
you know.
like he
Potential to be.
he is
Yeah.
on the pinnacle because it's like I think last number I saw was 93 million. The movie is made worldwide, which in big movie numbers is tiny,
But independent.
But considering I think it only cost like still only cost like $7 or $8 million
Yep.
To make. That's
Maybe
huge,
10 with
huge,
promotion.
with budget, yeah,
with
promotion.
yeah.
88.6 million worldwide.
And
And they're going to re-release it in Halloween.
Right.
On Christmas Eve.
It cost $2
2
million.
million. Yeah, I mean, like, which again,
$2
is
million.
a huge improvement on the budget
$2
of 2
million.
versus 1. So yeah, it's
Right, the other one.
Well, you did Terrifier. Do Terrifier 3. Did you do Terrifier 3? Or
I
is
thought
that-
I
he
did
did.
Terrifier.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay,
Terrifier
sorry, your
3.
thing was in the way.
Yeah, Terrifier 3.
Right, that's
cost-
awesome.
his thing was in the way.
Your mouse
Trust
was
me,
in the way.
it's not that long.
Your cursor. was
Hey,
in the way.
hey,
Trust
hey,
me.
yo.
He said, "Trust me," a little too. All right.
But so again, not taking anything away from Terrifier 3,
Great movie.
great movie.
Well, here's a question: would you recommend starting off with it
No.
and going back, or would
No.
you say start 1, 2, and 3, go in
Well,
succession?
no, just purely because of I'll put it in quotes, the story.
Agreed.
You have to kind of watch it in sequence.
Agreed.
You can definitely leave out All Hallows Eve until you've watched all 3.
Yeah.
And then go back and see the closest thing we have to an origin story. But I agree with Lon. It's like I think he has to do a true origin story.
I don't want to know. It's like the
Technically-
Michael Myers effect. Like,
technically-
look what happened when Rob Zombie tried to give some explanation to Michael Myers.
It ruined it, didn't it?
It ruined.
This
and
is what I'm talking
That's
about.
what I mean.
It
Maybe.
didn't need the explanation.
Dare I say tainted? But
I do.
So
I do love that.
I feel like you should wait. You should wait for
Tainted
you should
love.
wait
Oh.
for an origin story until maybe. So according to Damien Leone, he's maybe got 1 or 2 movies left in him for Terrifier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is great.
Because you don't.
But
beat
that's
it,
where I feel
you
like
don't
you do
beat
those
it to
1 or
death.
2, and then you know what? All right, let's do a fucking origin.
But
you know what I mean?
so truly not that I base not that
I got a problem with that.
Not that
Okay.
I vaguely think that he is listening to this podcast or watching
Totally
this
is.
podcast.
He's one of our 100
yeah,
fans.
he's one of the. He was number 100.
But please, in Terrifier 4, let's just take the character and the idea of the character and put him into a different situation.
Okay, this is what I was getting at.
That I did hear that.
This is where I'm getting at. He
You mean because you just listened to me?
No.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead.
movied himself into a corner.
100%.
Movied himself.
Yes.
He went to this
You know
explanation
how like
of
when
a
you're painting,
demon
painting the floor and
undertaking.
you just paint yourself into a corner?
Now you're just playing strips of film, and you're just stuck.
He went into a corner that he cannot continue to top himself.
He
Because
meaning Damien?
Damien
or,
Leone
okay.
went to a part in the story where in Terrifier 2 that Art the Clown is a demon. Then he took it to he's a demon. There's some other demon that controls him, and there's the Princess Angel Warrior that is after him. So
Right.
now he's completely
as the only person that
removed-
can defeat him.
Right.
He's completely removed the story of some mass-killing clown, and now he's got it to some demon fight from the centuries. So what are we going
Ooh.
to get now?
Now,
What,
you know
what's
what?
the next movie
you
possibly
just
going
made
to be?
me think of something. What do we do? What do I should say? What do we do? What do video games? You know, you get to a certain point. What do they do?
DLC.
Yeah, exactly. In that sense, what they should do, I think, in the 4th one is, if he's supposedly unstoppable, let's try and prove it.
But they
Now-
do it every
now,
movie.
look, think about
they
it.
chopped his
Think it-
fucking head
I don't
off.
know. I know. But now think about
And
it.
his head was
Now-
separately chewing
but
on
now-
somebody else while
correct.
his body was walking.
Sure, sure.
How much
Now,
more do you wanna-
now think about the way I see it is now this next film should be the, as much as I dread to say this, the Halloween film that
Halloween
they,
3.
Yeah, they go after him.
Careful.
Yes, no, they go after him.
Where
They
you
go
going?
after them this time. They're not afraid of him now, because they think he can
So
be
they
killed.
hunt him.
So they hunt him, but he just then
There's
you
only
can
one
then I
person
think
that
that's
can
going to
hunt
cover
him.
your guys' area. That it's going to be a shit ton of gore. It's going to be, you know, you don't have to give an origin story. If you want to, you could. You know, maybe even little bits of it.
For that movie, you wouldn't.
You could get rid of the female
the family, yes.
you know, that whole thing.
Well,
where
they're
she's in
already
control of
gone.
him.
Right.
She's in control
Yeah,
of him,
sure.
right? And then you could have him just bloody kill after bloody kill after bloody kill, because now he's got the fan base that I guarantee, I'm going to call it now, the next film, Terrifier 4, will be closer to 100 million than I think.
You heard it here first.
Than I think any of it. And the only reason I say that
For
is
what
because
that's worth.
you're going to have the initial group go see it, and then you're going to have these new people. It might be, you know, it's going to be, because I think Damien is smart enough to go, okay, yeah, we're getting a little too mainstream. Fuck you. I'm giving you back what originally
They're not
was.
getting mainstream.
That
I think
was
they're
more-
going off on a tangent
No,
that's
but-
ridiculous.
But that's what I'm saying, is it's more, that's a more mainstream, like there was actual, you knew, oh, well, yeah, I know why he's killing now. I see what he's doing. You know, as opposed to, the next one should be, what the fuck did he do that?
So I think
I had that in this movie.
He killed kids.
So I know,
yeah,
right?
Most people would not have expected.
I know we've talked about this in previous Finishing the Bottle episodes, but like, I also think that the marketing on this movie was genius.
Yep.
For the fact that I saw so many Instagram posts and Facebook posts
And no videos.
saying it's like, you know, oh, you know, it's like it's been banned like in this
Yeah,
country and
yeah.
banned.
How many people are getting sick while
Right,
watching
they're
it?
frozen
How many
up
people left in the first
Right.
10 minutes of the
David
film?
Howard Thornton puked on set. I
Right.
saw that one.
You know, it's like it's,
Warwick was caught masturbating in a movie theater. I
I've
mean,
seen
it's
that one
insane.
several places.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
I've checked the video. If you want to see the video,
Yeah.
I've got the
Even
video.
while handcuffed,
Really?
he
You
somehow
wanna watch the
masturbated.
video?
It was
Well, I
the-
thought you
it's
might
the
want to
same
watch
thing.
the video. You want to watch the video? Okay.
But again, the point is it's like genius in marketing for such a little amount of money spent. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
good for him.
So that's what I'm saying, is I think he can utilize this now. He's already got 3 films under his belt.
Yeah.
His 4th one can be whatever the fuck he wants. Like this one, I
This-
think
this
was
is-
more.
Where is that going?
This is
Where
his-
would that be?
This
That's
is his
the problem.
his rattle and hum.
It could be. Yeah.
Don't go rattling. The point
With or
is,
without him.
The point is, he's gotten to the story. The
No.
end
No.
of Terrifier
That would
3
be with or without it.
was so
And
ridiculous.
Joshua Tree.
Sunday,
Oh
Bloody
my
Sunday,
God.
Joshua Tree. Oh, sorry.
No.
Joshua
Joshua Tree was its own.
fucking from Joshua Tree on.
Sunday
they
Bloody
sucked.
Sunday was in Boy.
Oh,
was on
jeez.
Boy.
Wow.
Joshua Tree on.
And also Under the Blood Red Sky.
sucked.
Didn't the Joshua Tree get knocked
No,
down?
Joshua Tree was great.
Joshua Tree sucked ass.
No, Joshua Tree was
Oof.
fucking awesome.
It was just
that had
stupid
with
and
Love how we got them on a
ridiculous and
tangent. This is
horrible.
It's Rattle
From
and Hum.
Joshua
It's
Tree
Rattle and
on,
Hum
it
that
was
sucks.
bad. Anything before that was great. Sunday Bloody Sunday was probably their
Tres,
peak.
14.
And then
Yeah,
they just went
Boy
downhill
and,
from
and
that.
New Year's Day. It's like yeah.
New Year's Day also. But
All right.
Anyway.
Sorry, you were saying.
So I was saying. So the simple
But
fact.
by the way, we're at 47 minutes.
That's
fuck
good.
that. We're having a good
We're
discussion.
doing. Yeah, this is a deep. This is
So-
deep.
We're going deep.
The
under
point
cover.
is,
Yeah.
when you story yourself into a corner, maybe that's a better way to put it. When you story yourself into a corner like that, where now you're demons and angels fighting each other and stuff like that, how do you possibly go back to just art killing people?
Because you've already explained that in 3.
But he's not. He's a demon. He's an immortal demon now. The other demon that was in charge of him, which was his underling, who became in charge of him after he had killed her in real life. What?
So
Now he's
he's
going to just go back to killing people?
Yes, and that's the best part of it, because then he can. Honestly, that's what he could do, and I'm hoping to God that this happens in the next one. But he could kill her off the main one.
I want him to
off
just be
in
somewhere.
the very
Battle
beginning.
Angel.
I just want
That's
him to
his
be
way
somewhere
of.
else.
That's like
I
breaking.
agree.
That's breaking the chains, and now he just goes back to what he wants to do. He was doing her bidding. Now he's like, all right, I got her out of the way. Let me go do my own thing. And you could even have those
but-
two become enemies, because she's like, she comes back, to go after him. Now, not only is he trying to kill people, but she's trying to kill people to get to him. Just saying.
So Damien Leone
because Damien Leone is totally listening to this podcast. He's going to take that idea.
he had
if
a
you do,
great
give me some.
Listen to me when I'm telling you, Damien.
Oh, God.
Damien Leone had a great idea
Yep.
and
Still a
fucked it
great
up.
idea. You think so?
I think he fucked it up.
Oh.
With the demon thing, leave it at a demon. Leave it ambiguous. Leave it obscure. Leave it unknown. Don't give me this gateway to hell and some
But
chick face.
what if-
I love the reaction of the simple fact that he's got a great character.
Yep.
But would it
character
have
that-
made as much money if he didn't go that route? Because think of the people
Yes,
that
because he just now
this
went
is
that
obviously
way.
first-time people seeing
People
it. He
didn't
did
know
not
he was
have
gonna go that way.
$53 million worth of people going to see this
But
when it was
he-
first released.
But he went that way now. That's when people spent the money.
Yes,
And they're looking at it
so-
going like, oh, it's a demon and
No, but to
angel
them,
and-
that's what I'm saying is he was smart enough to bring in that group. So now the next time he makes a movie, he can go, I got them already. Let's see what I can push them to. Because honestly, I feel like Damien's smart enough to say, you know what, I got the people in, like most of these companies that are, because I think there is somebody that still owns technically the rights to it and all this other stuff, but he got the people in. Now he's got that clout that they might give him 10 million, 15 million for this next movie.
Sure.
And he's going to get to that point where, you know, maybe he does kill somebody live on TV. I don't know, you know, that, but I'm just kidding. But no, but he can get to that point now where people are going into it going, yeah, it was kind of bloody. It wasn't as bloody as I thought it was. And then he's going to go, they're going to go, oh shit, I can't see that again. But he's got that initial group. And I call 100 million on his next Terrifier 4.
Whilst I don't disagree with that, I do genuinely hope that he doesn't fall into the independent movie director issue that does suddenly start getting studio money thrown at him. That now suddenly has like a because
I think he's got enough clout now to be able to say fuck you.
No.
He
I would hope
might.
to say it's
He
like,
might.
okay, to go from a $2 million budget to maybe a $6 million budget, and half of that is salaries.
Yeah, if he gets some stars in there, you mean?
That and the fact that
David Howard Thornton.
But
David
see,
Howard Thornton
I
is
feel
at
like
this point has to be
Damien
getting paid
would
more.
do
I
that.
agree.
He would do it. Like he would get, say, I don't know, just a bigger name and then kill him off in the first 10, 15 minutes.
That would be
I think that'd be great.
You know what I mean?
Very-
Like as a fuck you to the studios, right?
Sure.
Well, I mean,
That-
almost to the point where it's like, I think Terrifier has reached that pinnacle to a point where
Somebody-
I guarantee you stars are basically
Want to be killed by
want
art.
to be killed by art.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. And that's the thing. You get oh my god, phenomenal would be if The Rock or something like that just said, hey, let's see, because you're thinking, oh, he's just going to kick his ass, and then Art comes up to him and just like
But
stabs him, and he's
then
like,
it becomes just a cheap spectacle.
exactly.
Right,
but if
I
you,
agree. I mean, I wouldn't put too many of them in, but I do think
I would, but if he just goes down the line, it's like
because it's almost like because I love Zombieland and Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Where basically his whole point being in the movie is just to get killed.
Just to get
accidentally,
killed. Right. Right.
But so yeah, I
explain
mean,
what
it's
he's going through, right?
I will always. I'm saying.
Love you.
I'm saying. This
Oh,
today.
sorry, I thought that was what
I
you
will
said.
always watch a Terrifier movie.
Agreed.
Sure,
Same here,
that's
that's
same
what I
here.
mean. He's got
still
everybody.
got me.
He's got Terrifier 1, 2, and 3 people, and he's just bringing in more, as he goes along. So I feel like 3 was to get the next group of next batch of people, and 4 is going to be, hey, let's go back to grassroots. Let's go back to the main reason Art was killing, which we don't want to know. We just want to see him killing.
But
right?
we do have to love that he included Clint Howard.
Yes.
Brought Clint Howard in.
and Tom Savini in
Yes.
the movie.
And that was so awesome when Tom Savini was up there doing it.
And who was the guy that played the Santa in the bar?
In the what?
The Santa.
The Santa.
Oh,
in the
okay.
bar.
So that's where I want Daniel Roebuck.
Daniel Roebuck. Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what I want to talk about. So Daniel Roebuck got killed by Art the Clown, who was in a black and white outfit, who totally killed him.
Right.
He was also in a specific Rob Zombie movie that called 31,
Yep.
where he was killed by another person who was a clown in a black and white outfit. The funny part is, the guy who played the clown in the black and white outfit, who I guess I should get his name too for you,
In 31, we're talking about.
Yeah.
in 31, because that means I got to go down to Daniel Roebuck and go to 31, because he was
you
known
could
for
also just type
31.
31.
Say,
at the
there's
top.
that
Oh, I
whole-
guess I could
He's
have,
on
right?
IMDb and doesn't know how to use it.
Yeah. IMDb?
IMDb.
Oop, not 32.
Not 32. That was the sequel. This guy, he was fucking awesome. Like,
So, but the point is,
I got
here's the
something to say about that.
Here's
but-
the catchy part to it. That was Richard Brake.
Break.
Or
Break.
Brocky.
Right.
No, it's Break.
Richard Brake.
So Richard Brake, who was the other clown. Richard Brake and Howard Thornton had the same birthday. And he was killed by both the clowns, black and white clowns, in their movie. Different movies. Same guy was killed by two guys with
There
the
you
same
go.
birthday.
Not many people
Little
have
trivia.
that.
That's interesting.
Little trivia.
Little trivia.
Just thought I'd mention.
I would love to see, and this will probably get me killed for this, but I'd love to see Richard Brake as the next Freddy. They're gonna have another Freddy.
No,
and people say
DJ Quells is going to be the next Rob
Did
Zombie
they already
Freddy.
decide that?
Yeah, DJ Quells.
But that's for the TV series.
Yeah, for the
That
TV
could be
Yeah,
different
I'm
than the
talking
movie.
movie-wise.
It could still yeah, it could be different.
I could say Richard Brake
They've done that before.
doing it. I think he
Maybe.
could be. He could be up there.
He definitely has the face for it.
He does. He does.
Yeah.
I thought this when they bought what's his name from
Rorschach?
No, Rorschach.
Yeah, as in.
Oh yeah, you're right.
yes.
He was Rorschach.
Yeah, he was
Yes.
Rorschach
Right.
in Watchmen.
I thought he was good.
Yeah.
He was.
I thought he was
Arlie.
It's three-barrel name. It's like Harley, Joel,
Oh Jesus, Earl Haley.
Earl Harley,
Earl Haley James.
Osmond.
Sexual
No,
Watchman.
I was kidding.
Watchmen. Yeah. That's
Earl.
probably
Oh God, I'm sorry. I should probably know your name. I really.
Really? Do you think he's listening as well?
Oh,
Yes.
wait, that's not the right Watchman.
No,
Oh,
that is not
men.
the right
Watch men, not watch man. I know you do that nightly, but.
Men.
M-A-N.
There we
you
go. Oh, fuck, I clicked on the
You
wrong
clicked-
thing again.
Now you got
Now you
Snoop
got
Dogg.
Snoop
What are
Dogg on
you
there.
doing? He does not. This man does not. I think that.
My fingers are a little weird.
Jack
Jack Earl
Earl Haley.
Haley.
I think it's actually Jackie.
I did hear that him and Robert Englund were supposedly trying originally for Freddy.
Who?
And
Well, he's,
Jack Earl
Jack Earl
he's
Haley.
way younger
Jack
than
Earl Haley and who?
and Robert Englund were supposedly trying for the role of Freddy.
He would have been a kid at the time.
Yeah, it's like he's young.
He was
He's
in.
not young. He's
No,
like
he's not young
he's
now.
like
No,
50
but
something.
back then he
60
was.
something.
But
He was in the Bad News Bears.
I don't know.
for
I
Christ's
heard that
sake.
Robert
somewhere.
England was like early 30s when he did Freddy.
Yeah,
And he was
and
Bad News
Jackie Earl
Bears
Haley was like 20.
teenager. And he's
No,
tiny.
he was like 14.
I don't look it up. Somebody said somewhere. I swear I heard.
Somebody
that.
said somewhere.
And I
Would
swear.
that be on the internet?
Look,
Well,
that
the
shit's
internet's
on the internet.
obviously true.
What are you using right now,
100%.
by the way?
IMDb.
On the internet.
Oh, right.
Anyway,
The interwebs.
We are-
Yeah, we've
we
gone
are
long.
at
We're almost
50
hit an hour.
minutes.
All right.
It's been a while
All
since
right,
we've hit
but,
an hour.
But you know what? But this is
Let's
important.
go 4 more
because-
minutes. Fuck
Because
This is our
Terrifier 3
Christmas episode.
is
Yeah, we want to
a
give
big
people.
deal.
People are doing long drives right now. They need to hear us. They need to
sure
hear the
they do,
sexiness
sure.
of our
Ooh,
Christmas.
watch that car! Sorry.
Yes, please keep an eye on the road.
Literally like, where?
Yeah. Now, just so you know, you can turn on the YouTube and just minimize so that. Well, actually, you need to have YouTube
No,
Premium.
you got to
I
be
think.
watching
No,
us.
you could.
I know we want them to watch us, but if they're
I'm sure Lon
You can still listen to the
some
audio.
like cool backgrounds.
Yeah,
behind it.
yeah. I'm gonna put like this background.
Yeah, have
Isn't
like
that cool?
This
Yeah.
one right
Look
here.
at this with the stuff and the thing.
Can you smell? Can you smell the burning?
Ooh.
you
it's
should
a
have
fire.
a
You think
barrel
I'm gonna
just
do a fire?
being burned in the back.
I'm
Either that or like a
Oh my God.
I'm gonna do a
Wait, wait,
snowman
wait, wait,
doing
whoa,
this
whoa,
behind
whoa.
your head.
Wait, I just had an idea. We got to patent this. What if instead of a wood burning fire,
Yeah.
we have a cask being.
You know I don't
Torched.
develop these graphics, right? I just look for something I can.
There you go.
use.
Well, I'm just giving you an idea.
I
we can
can't-
sell that.
I
We
can
sell
try that, but I can't make that.
I'm calling this.
All right, all
All
right,
right,
all right, all right.
We're at 57
Warwick
minutes.
hates this show.
No, I love this
Yeah.
fucking show.
Oh, let's hurry up and end it because I don't want to talk anymore.
I care about our listeners and
Yeah, yeah.
watchers.
No, what? Our listeners want to hear us.
Thanks for coming, everyone. We appreciate you
We'll
spending
wipe up
Christmas
afterwards.
with us. And if you didn't spend Christmas with
Yeah,
us,
I did.
I'd get it. Thanks for coming anyway. Anyone else?
No,
That was it?
Is that a pickup line?
that was your Christmas gift.
What? Yeah, that's all you get. What was that? Did you fart?
No.
What was that?
That
noise?
was his Christmas gift.
I heard the noise.
I'm giving you fucking money.
I heard the noise.
Happy Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. What are you fucking
What is with the
British?
happy Christmas?
Happy Christmas.
They're gonna go Happy Xmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy
Merry.
Christmas.
You say Merry Easter?
Because
Merry
You say
Happy-
Merry Hanukkah?
Why do you have to say?
Do you say have to? Do you
Do you
say?
have to say Mary?
No, that's my point. You don't have to say.
He says,
Merry.
"Here's your
that's
Valentine."
That's why I said happy.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Thanks for
Happy-
coming,
Thank you,
everybody.
folks.
Merry Christmas.
Jesus.
Adieu.
Bye. I
Bye-bye.
do. Oh shit.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Be sure to follow us on social media.
How come you got more?
Because you're lame. You don't know what to say.
What are we supposed to do? Like
like
Logan, time it all out.
Tune into the next
You
one
keep
or something.
screwing it up. You're gonna knock
Okay,
it
this is
out
like take
airtime.
15. Like I only screwed up like 3 of them. You screwed up like
Look,
8.
we're just gonna keep this one, okay?
This is the one.
This is
All right,
it.
this
We're
one
done.
right here.
Finish
Okay,
it.
done.
And